All right, welcome back. When your urine flow is impacted, either partially or completely, urologists say it could be due to an obstruction in the urethral tube that connects the bladder to the outside. This, they warn, can cause a serious problem to the person. On this episode of Health Digest, we look at urethral strictures, a common neurological condition with significant socioeconomic impact that can cause a negative effect on patients' quality of life. Gloria Milimu with more.
Kipngetich from Kericho County is only 24 years old, but his eyes carry the weight of someone who has spent a lifetime in pain. He flips through CT scan images of his urethra, which appears like nothing much but grayscale portraits of a body betraying itself. The blockages are there, and they are unmistakable. They offer a medical explanation, perhaps even a faint clue as to why passing urine, a simple act most take for granted, has become a daily ordeal for him. But these images only tell half the story.
I was diagnosed with peniscrotal hypospadias. That was during birth because I couldn't urinate from the right way. I was using the side, actually, almost the scrotum. And I had a deformity in my manhood. So I was done the first surgery at the age of 1.
What these images don't show you is the emotional wreckage left behind after 19 unsuccessful surgeries. 19 times he's been put to sleep with hope, only to wake up to disappointment. 19 times he has been cut open or probed, stitched up with the promise of relief, only for the pain, the swelling, the retention of urine to return. Each procedure, another layer of trauma. Each failure, a deeper plunge into despair.
Kila time napatikana na UTI, napatiwa dawa, na strain. Obviously, ukistrain kuna ile pain yenye una feel. So 2018 I started again developing the same complications. Singeweza kukojoa.
He doesn't speak much about the pain anymore. It's the silence that's louder. The quiet moments where you can almost hear his thoughts screaming. The anxiety before every bathroom visit, the shame that creeps in uninvited, and the exhaustion of being treated like a clinical puzzle rather than a young man with a life on hold.
Ikafika January nikaambiwa that surgery wasn't successful and I have to go back for another surgery. So you can imagine from birth until juzi nimefanyiwa 19 surgeries.
This isn't just a physical obstruction. It's a psychological prison, one that robbed him of dignity, of confidence, of the carefree years his age is supposed to bring.
This is the urethra.
He shows me the scans, but it's in his eyes that the real story lives. A silent plea for someone to see beyond the anatomy and understand the torment of being trapped in a body that won't heal.
I feel like I've lost almost whole part of my life, self-esteem, because pia kuna kuwaga na stigma. Because that's people are asking you, why are you going through this? And you know, this is something that is very sensitive.
His last hope now is seeking treatment abroad.
Actually, I'm supposed to go for 2 surgeries. They are doing it in stages. The whole package, it's 2.5 million.
As is often the case, a surgery is considered the golden standard treatment recommended to repair hypospadias, a condition where the urethra and foreskin don't develop properly in a baby's penis that Kipngetich was born with. However, urologists say it is not uncommon for patients like him who undergo a hypospadias repair, especially if done in complex cases, to develop scar tissue from the procedure. This, they say, results in narrowing of the urethra. In women, even though they rarely occur, urethral strictures can develop due to exposure to radiotherapy for cervical cancer.
Any surgery that we do, it heals with the fibrosis. Okay, some patients, their immune system react very aggressively, and they have deposition of fibrous tissue that more than the rest of the people. These patients, they have high risk of developing strictures.
If left untreated, obstruction of the urethra can result in damage to the kidneys and lungs.
Before that, they might have a recurrent infection. You can have bladder stones. The best thing to decompress the bladder by putting a suprapubic catheter, and after that blend to correct the stricture.
In Kipngetich's case that is fraught with stricture recurrence, a procedure known as buccal mucosa urethroplasty is what urologists recommend. It involves the use of inner cheek lining as a graft for urethral reconstruction. Overall, treatment for urethral strictures vary depending on the type and size of the stricture. They can include urethroplasty, catheterization, endoscopic urethrotomy, long-term catheter, and dilation. Generally, strictures due to infections like sexually transmitted diseases are preventable. For conditions like hypospadias, doctors say you can reduce your baby's risk of having the condition whose treatment can result in urethral strictures by not smoking and drinking alcohol, maintaining a healthy weight, taking folic acid, and regular antenatal checkups. Gloria Milimu, KTN.